Oh yeah, baby. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Guys, look, I tell you what, man. This brings me back to the old days of NYY News TV. Some of you guys here might actually remember these good old days of NYY News TV where I would just go ahead, pop the live on, and we sit here and talk. Look, I'm not calling the game tonight. That is going to be on the shoulders of Alex and Luca. Last time they called the game, though, we had a perfect game, but I will be in the chat. I'll be producing everything behind the scenes. I'll be in the chat watching the games with you guys, but I will not be calling tonight. But I do need everybody to tune in and stay tuned in the way you came out for me yesterday, which was absolutely unbelievable. But guys, basically today, man, I want to get your guys' questions. I want to have an old school classic NYY News TV chat where we are all just in here together, having a good time, answering questions, talking about the Yankees. It's close to deadline time. If anybody got questions on that, we'll talk some trades, really whatever you guys want to do. But of course, I do got to hit us with the bad news because that is just something that is unavoidable at the moment, unfortunately. So let me cut over to that bad news. And that bad news is simply this. There's that bad news, folks. The bad news that we already knew is the bad news. And that news is that the Yankees are 9 games out of first place. And, you know, somebody said to me, Pete, forget about the division. We know that's over, right? It's kind of sad to say that's over now that Toronto's 5.5 games out and Tampa Bay has just fallen on their ass. But the New York Yankees absolutely just suck ass. So they don't even give a poop. We go ahead and switch on over to the wild card. Yankees are now 2.5 games out the wild card. Yeah, you better believe it. It is July 18th, and there's a lot of time. There is no doubt about it, time remaining for the Yankees to get hot and be able to sneak into the postseason. But, like I've been telling other people, is it going to be easy? No. Let me tell you why it's not going to be easy. Houston isn't going anywhere. Texas is not going anywhere. Toronto is not going anywhere. All the other teams in the East are going to be looking to get better. They are not going anywhere. Seattle a lot of times gets hot in the second half. The Angels right now are beating the Yankees. They're right there. Cleveland a lot of times picks it up in the second half. So this is not a don't worry, we are going to make it type team and type season. The New York Yankees now have the worst run differential in their division. There is a lot of things to look at right now as a Yankee fan and go, holy shit. Even if we wanted to sit back and go, we'll get in, there's no guarantee anymore. Starting rotation has still been decent. Pitching has still been decent. Bullpen has let us down quite a bit. And guys, look again. I'm patting myself on the back here because what was I telling you guys? What was I telling you guys when Boone was get yanking Domingo Germán after 70 pitches? Clark Schmidt after 4 innings. 3 innings. Johnny Brito pitching good games. 5 innings, 4 1/3, 5 1/3. What do you think happens? What do you think happens? The pen gets beat up and they get tired. And that is what you are currently seeing with the Yankees pen. Michael King last night, Boone said he looked good. It looked like he got a dead arm. He looks like he is getting exhausted and just running on empty. But guys, there are a couple of clips I want to get to. And here's the first one right here. Let me see if I can actually get the volume. Let me pause this for a second. Let's switch over. Listen to the balls on this piece of shit. Listen to the balls on this guy. Let me cut that music too real quick. Put this on. Here we go.
Stretch right now.
When you manage the team, you can make that call then.
Stretch right now.
When you manage the team, you can make that call then.
That is the manager of the New York Yankees, folks. That is the equivalent of being a kid going, what is this? What is the saying goes now? I forgot it. I know you are, but what am I? When you manage the team, you can do it. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? This is what happens when you're a grown man and your favorite musician is Taylor Swift and you say that umpires bullied you. This is the person you get. You get Aaron Boone. That's who you get, Aaron Boone. And unfortunately for the Yankees, he is managing grown men. Grown men with probably good levels of testosterone. You got a man that is loaded up with estrogen managing this ball club. Don't say I never told you so. I told you what's going to happen. I gave you guys a spoiler alert years ago. It's going to dwindle down to the players. Then the excuses started to come. And now you see the wimps. Now you see the wimps of all wimps. That's what the Yankees have become. A little microcosm of Aaron Boone. They're just Aaron Boone all over. That's what they are. I wish to God up above that Aaron Boone would tell me, when you manage the Yankees, then you can make that choice. I look at him straight in the face. I wish I was on this thing. And I'm not blaming Jake and John Boy. They got their own thing. They do their own thing, however they want to do it. There's no problem at all with how they want to decide on running their show. I don't like people telling me how I should run my show. I'm not going to tell them how they should run their show. They've been able to build something very successful. Good for them. God bless them. I don't care what agreement we have. If that wormy little fuck decided to look at me and tell me, when you manage the club, I tell him flat out, if I managed the club, you cocksucker, they wouldn't be in last place. Let me tell you that right now. If I managed the club, let me tell you, the fans wouldn't be upset with me. If I managed the club, I'd be sure to let the fans know I get why you're upset. I'd be accountable. Let me tell you something. If I was managing the club, Nick Ramirez wouldn't be in a game 2 days in a row. And Shohei Ohtani wouldn't have got a fastball to hit down to Johnson. Let's be real right here. I tell you that directly. That's why Aaron Boone will never interview with me. He knows who to pick and choose. He knows who he's going to. And again, it's not a knock on the interviewers. God bless them. They're probably doing what they feel is right. That is okay. I tell you, that is exactly what NyynewsTV is. If I had a chance to interview him and I went soft on him, I'd expect you guys to go, damn, Pete, you let him say if you managed the team, you didn't say anything? You know for a fact I'm going to say something. You know 100% for a fact I am going to say something. 100%, no doubt about it. I would never let him get away with that shit. When you manage the team, yeah, we wouldn't be at 5th place. Wouldn't be at 5th place. The guy yesterday that had the best at-bats would have been up a long time ago there, Aaron. Oswald Peraza would have been up a long time ago. He is 2 for 2 since being recalled with 4 walks and 2 stolen bases. Folks, let me just tell you something real quick. I think yesterday's performance was a better performance than Josh Donaldson had in his Yankee career. Anybody disagree with that? I mean, I'm just keeping it real with you. I think that might be a better performance than he's had all year. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, well, here we are, guys. You know, here we are. Oswald Peraza, I'm happy for him. Kid did good. He had a very, very, very good game. Looked amazing. But, guys, go right ahead. We are going to get to your questions. Let's have a full-fledged Yankee conversation.
Thank you for being a friend.
American Primate says, Boone makes me want to puke. Yeah, he makes me want to take a fucking shit on his head. That's what he makes me want to do. Joe Giammarino, what's going on, brother? Anthony Garcia. Let me see. I think somebody just mentioned Anthony Volpe. Macho King, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Anthony Volpe's struggling, man. I mean, there's nothing else you can say to the performance right now of Anthony Volpe. Somebody told me the other day, I think he's 1 for his last something or 2 for something. It's really, really bad. But again, Volpe's numbers his numbers were going up for a little bit, right? You saw that the average exit velocity was getting closer to the red. The max exit velocity was getting closer to the red. You know, the K's, we know he strikes out way too much. And look, here's the thing about Volpe, and I'll go over his stats with you guys real quick. It's right here. 16 stolen bags. I think he had like 13. I feel like really quick, right? Like in the beginning of the year. A 208 average, 281 on base percentage, 379 slugging, and a 660 OPS. You know, I'm gonna pop me back up here, and I'm just gonna be 100% real when it comes to Anthony Volpe. And you guys know, you guys know that I'm gonna give it to you real with everything I do. Anthony Volpe skipped AAA, right? He only had a little bit of time at AAA. The Yankees felt this was the right move to make. Now, in spring training, you guys know that I felt they should both be on the team. So Volpe and Peraza, I think that was the better way to go. The Yankees didn't go that route. So specifically speaking right now about Oswald Peraza, Anthony Volpe, his numbers aren't good. I mean, there is no way of going around it. He was getting hot. He looked like he was turning around. He was going to have this amazing July. He looked like he would bat 320 in July. And he was up to 220 something, and he has just come crashing down 2 for 30 something, I want to say, is what he's at now. But look at these numbers. Just listen to me for a second, guys. 208 batting average, 281 on base percentage, 379 slugging, 660 OPS. But here is the thing. Here's the thing. He was never meant to be the guy. He was never meant to be the guy. Anthony Volpe was never meant to be the guy to put the Yankees on his back and go, let me carry you guys up this tough-ass hill. Let me be the guy to carry you all. He was never meant to be that. If you want to pinpoint the offense, I challenge you guys to look at Anthony Rizzo, look at Giancarlo Stanton, look at Josh Donaldson, look at DJ LeMahieu. Look at Harrison Bader. You got to look at the other guys that is not Anthony Volpe. And I'm not sticking up for him. As I said, he's having a bad year. But this was his year for development. Yeah, there's other prospects out there doing very, very good. Gunnar Henderson, Josh Young. A lot of these guys are doing good. Our guy might need more time. But he was never meant to be the guy to carry the load. He's not playing well. I get it. Never meant to be the guy to carry the load. Got another super chat in there.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best.
Alex says, Boone should have never gotten hired. One big hit, and he can manage a ball club. Fuck out of here. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you 100%. It's an absolute joke. So, you look at where the Yankees currently stand and what is coming up, and you go ahead and pull up this club's roster, right? You take a look at the Yankees roster and you go, well, what are they going to do? You know, what do the Yankees do here? You know, the bullpen probably does need an addition unless the Yankees go ahead and feel like, hey, Johnny Brito could come out of the pen. Maybe Yoendrys Gomez gets a chance. Maybe Randy Vasquez gets a chance. But a lot of these guys are struggling too. You know, they're beat up. They're tired. Kyle Higashioka, Ben Rortvedt. Ben Rortvedt, what is he doing in the minor leagues? This was the crazy trade. Everybody was excited. Yes, they got rid of Gary. Then you found out it was for Josh Donaldson and IKF. But then we were all told, well, we probably got our catcher of the future in that deal too. And that's Ben Rortvedt, who's probably the catcher of the future. Comes over, gets hurt, he gets the nickname the Ghost of the Yankees because we never see him. So everybody's like, is he even real? To the fact that beat writers start talking about the ghost of Ben Rortvedt because it's like a comedy thing. It's hilarious because nobody knows where the guy is. He doesn't exist. Well, the Yankees are apparently out there looking for a catcher. They're looking around going, damn, we need a catcher. Where's our catcher at? How do we get a catcher? You know, we got to find somebody. And then you got Ben Rordvet, who, in their own words, he could be the future of catching for the Yankees. He's finally healthy. In AAA, he's hitting 287 with a 401 on-base percentage and a 914 OPS. He came up with the Yankees for just a little bit of time against Cincinnati. Doubled his first at-bat, singled again. Actually looked like he could hit a baseball. What do the New York Yankees do, folks? Maybe we need Yan Gomes. Maybe we need Yan Gomes. Maybe a James McCann could help us. But all the catchers we have in our system, including a top prospect, Austin Wells, we don't need. Every team around baseball, guys, look at the Baltimore Orioles. They've called up just about every single prospect they have. They've called up just about every single top prospect they have. What are the Yankees doing? Yankees are still looking for the next old veteran to add to the club because Brian Cashman still thinks it's 2002. Brian Cashman believes we're stuck in 2010, 2011, 2012. The game has passed that man by. My guy, Joe Gonzalez. We need to take the good and the bad with rookies. They are developing and are usually a different player during their sophomore season. And no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I agree with you. The Yankees should have never been depending on Anthony Volpe. But how many teams, and this is why Yankee fans are so frustrated. This is why Yankee fans are so frustrated when it comes to this ball club is we're not saying anything that is rocket science. We are not breaking some, new way and reinventing the wheel. We're not doing that. All we as Yankee fans have been saying for a long time is, hey, Cash, do what you said you wanted to do in the offseason. I think this is Brian Cashman. I don't have it in front of me. This is Brian Cashman. I've recognized that we have to get younger, make more contact, and add more athletes. That's why we traded for Benintendi. Guys, remember that quote? Do you remember that quote? Year-end presser. Yankees lost, year-end presser. It's exactly what he said. What did he do in the offseason? They think we are so fucking stupid. The Yankees believe they are the smartest people in the room, and all of us are morons. They sat there and said, we didn't get a left fielder. We didn't do anything I said we needed to do on offense. But, idiot fans, we're a World Series caliber operation. We are a World Series caliber team. Oh, yeah, baby. Line them up, daddy-o. World Series caliber operatione. That's what they told us. That's what they told us. It's not my words. That's Brian Cashman's words. Don't be mad at Pete. Don't be mad at Pete. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just here with you guys. I'm just here with you guys, man. You know what I mean? I'm here with you guys. I am here with you guys all day, day. All day, day. We got swept in the ALCS and still no left fielder. Chris, thank you, Chris. I think somebody in the chat asked me what I would do if I was Hal Steinbrenner. Let me tell you what I would do if I was Hal Steinbrenner. I would call in Brian Sabean and Omar Minaya, both of them. I will call both of those guys in. Sabean, Minaya, get in here real quick. I would ask them flat out, are one of you ready to take over as general manager? Are one of you two ready to take over as GM? If they both say yes, I'll tell them, One of you step out, we're going to have interviews today. Let's do an interview right now. I would get them on board as quick as humanly possible. As quick as humanly possible. I would dump Cashman, I dump Boone, and whoever I hire as GM, hopefully Sabian, I would tell him flat out, Mendoza's going to be the interim until you find somebody. You got a week. Get me a manager. Because, guys, here's the deal. They're at the bottom of the barrel. This hasn't happened since, I think, 1990. This is not some, whoa. This is not some rare occurrence. This is bad. This is bad. Grunt says, always blaming Boone. I'm not blaming. Who do you blame when the team's this bad? Grunt, let me ask you a question. I run a bank. Okay? I run a bank because I don't know how anybody can still be apologetic to Boone at this point. I'm going to keep it at that. I run a bank. My district manager comes in and goes, Pete, you guys are the best bank in the market. Yeah, I know. Great. Thank you. Hope you continue it up next year. Oh, I will. We're doing good. I expect that my team is going to show up every single day. To the fact, I don't got to hold them accountable. I expect that team is going to show up every single day and do their job. All I want them to do is be happy. I'm just going to be a therapist. I need to make sure my guys are ready to show up for work every single day. Okay? All of a sudden, production drops. My boss comes in after 6 months of no longer being one of the top stores. Who does he blame? Who does he blame? Hey, Pete, are you holding these guys accountable? How many write-ups you got? I don't have any. You haven't wrote nobody up? You're not holding them accountable? No. Well, then it's you. And it's funny because have I said I would keep Brian Cashman? You got like these Boone apologists out there that go, oh my God, what about Cashman? They're both horrible, but not one is worse than the other. Look at the type of stuff Aaron Boone has done and said. You want to play for him? You want to play for Aaron Boone if you're a man? Get the fuck out of here. No way in hell. There is no way in hell, and everybody here knows that. Nobody wants to play for that guy. Nobody wants to play for that guy. Stop it. Stop it.
Thank you for being a friend.
The front office is as old as their combined social security number is. I think Hal is a great owner, but holding on to the past holds him back. I disagree with that. Holding on to the past is what he doesn't do. That's the problem. He's forgotten the past. Hal Steinbrenner has forgotten the past. Joe Walsh, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Hal Steinbrenner has forgotten the past. That is the problem. Do I think he's a bad owner? People might take this crazy. Not all the way, because he does spend. He can simply say, I'm going to sit back. I don't got to spend money. He can sit back and go, I don't have to spend. Not a big deal. I don't got to spend nothing. No problem. He spent. You can't deny that Steinbrenner has put money into this club. Could he put more? Yeah. Should he have to? No. No. My biggest problem with Hal Steinbrenner is that he is allowing Boone and Cashman to get away with what they're doing with his money. That is the biggest problem here. By far the biggest problem is he is allowing his money to go to garbage. I told you guys what I would do.
Thank you for being a friend.
I am that I am says AI running the team, not Boone. Can't blame him. Stop it. Stop it, guys. Stop it. I know you're probably joking, but to the fact of anybody even saying it's not Boone, Think about what he's allowing to happen to himself and his family legacy. You respect that guy? You want that guy managing your team? You want that guy managing your team? I know I don't. I know I don't. Terry Lavolo, Arizona. He was about to get fired. You know what he said? You know what he said? He went to ownership and he said, I am not going to be no more Mr. Nice Guy. If I get fired, let me go out on my shield. Do you know what happened? Look at their year this year. His quotes were amazing. I just wanted everybody to get along. I wasn't holding people accountable. I wasn't expecting better play every day. Guys, you hold your children accountable. When you're in charge of something, it is part of your job to hold those people accountable. When you're a pushover, nobody cares. You're not getting the most out of your players. Can't believe I'm sticking up for Aaron Hicks. He said it. He said it. This guy, these other managers get the most out of their players. Boone is not the only problem. Don't get me wrong. Brian Cashman hired Aaron Boone. Brian Cashman is the head of the problem. Steinbrenner is not going nowhere. Boone got to go. You got to get a real manager in there. You got to get a real GM in there. And if the Yankees miss the postseason this year, I don't know how the hell you even bring either one of these guys back. I don't know how you do it. Like, I would lose any respect I have for Steinbrenner if you allow these guys to come back again. I mean, you can't. That's an absolute kick in the nuts. Can't do it. TC Steele's 100%. It never turns out well. It never turns out well. Not at all. Not at all. Let's see what else we got in here, guys. You know, I don't even know if we need youth in the front office. I don't think it's that. These guys know baseball. Brian Sabian knows baseball. He's one of the best baseball minds out there. Omar Minaya is one of the best baseball minds out there. Jim Hendry is one of the best baseball communicators known to man. People around baseball love Jim Hendry. You mean to tell me the Yankees, because some of their guys are older, they don't know how to run a baseball team? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Hunter Larson, what's going on, brother? How you guys doing? Vic Cruz, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? If we got rid of Boone and Cashman, who do you replace him with? I'll say it right now. I said this before. If the Yankees got rid of Boone and Cashman, they win a World Series within 3 years. I guarantee you that. They'd win a world championship within 3 years. They got everything for it. The Yankees got everything for it. Why is it taking this long to make a decision on Josh Donaldson? Why did it take so long to make a decision on Aaron Hicks, who obviously couldn't do this no more here? Will it take this long to make decisions on other guys on the roster? Well, if we have any reason to believe before what we've seen, yeah, it will. The Yankees are at the point, folks, when they are so bad offensively, they would probably get better by selling anything on their roster offensively. They would probably get better. They would probably get better. So it wouldn't even be like a sell. You could have Jake Bauers come back and take over at first base, and the Yankees are probably a better club. You can have Everson Pereira come up and play left field, and the Yankees are probably a better club. You could leave Peraza at third base, they'll be a better club. Listen to the quotes the Yankees told us, as we may be getting a lineup at some point here shortly too. Listen to some of the quotes the Yankees have told us. You would have to be crazy if you think Josh Donaldson is not going to bounce back. That's Aaron Boone. I'm a baseball guy, bro. He's a baseball guy, bro. Name me the baseball guy that was pitching to Ohtani in that situation yesterday with a chance to tie the game. Because Mickey Moniak, oh! Mickey Moniak, oh! Well, he's a good hitter, and he's a baseball guy, bro. Remember that. He's a baseball guy. He had 5 leadoff hitters in a span of 7 or 8 games at one point. He's a baseball guy, bro. He doesn't believe in players being hot and cold. He's a baseball guy, bro. He could quote Taylor Swift songs better than he could read out his own lineup. He's a baseball guy, bro. That's what he wants you to believe. Don't buy his bullshit. Don't buy it.
Thank you for being a friend.
IKF play every position this year. Challenge at 7-9. I mean, play him everywhere. The hell with it. Play him everywhere at this point. Who gives a poot? Who gives a poot? Oh, Fritz. Other organizations give guys up. And I'm not even knocking Mickey Moniak. The guy's having a good year, no doubt about it. Is he Ohtani? You would pitch to Ohtani so you don't have to face Mickey Moniak? Really? Dane, what's going on, my guy? He's a baseball guy. He went to a journeyman relief pitcher 2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row, guys. Winnable ball games. 2 nights in a row. But he's a baseball guy, bro. He knows more than all of us. He's smarter than everybody. Look how he talks to John Boy and Jake. Can you imagine that? Hey, I would have walked him in that situation. Well, when you manage the Yankees, you can do that. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? That's the manager of the New York Yankees. He's smarter than everybody. Doesn't know dick. Doesn't know dick. Doesn't know a damn thing. Doesn't know anything, folks. So you come up to the deadline now and you think about, what do we do? Let me make this pretty easy for you guys. All right? I can make this very, very easy for you guys. If Juan Soto is not available, you don't got to make no major trade. You got to look at what your team's going to look like next year. How do they get better? Again, selling could very well indeed be an addition this year. No doubt about it. They could potentially get much better by selling. Kind of like 2016, the year with Beltran, when the Yankees were kind of in a similar situation where they just sucked. They weren't playing great. They sold these guys, they all of a sudden got better. It could be the same exact situation this year. It could be the same exact thing. Why wouldn't you do it? If other teams want these guys, why wouldn't you do it? And I would normally feel bad about saying that, but I don't, because I don't feel that's a surrender. I feel like it's almost a smart thing to do to win this year. I feel like it's a smart thing to do to win this year, not next year, this year. Get some of the garbage off the team. Whatever teams want, consider it. Seriously, consider it. Seriously, consider it. You got guys in the minors who can help. I love Cody Bellinger. I think Bellinger makes a lot of sense for the Yankees. I tell you why I think he makes a lot more sense too. Bader's going to be a free agent. So is Bellinger. Which one do you want to keep if you bring him in? Is Bader worth a contract? Bader's an awesome player when he's on the field. He's not a difference maker. Defensively, yeah. He's not a difference maker with the bat. He's a good player. He could be. I could see him on a championship Yankee team, no doubt about it. But am I gonna give him $300+ million? Excuse me. Am I gonna give him 3+ years? Am I gonna give Bader 3+ seasons? That's a tough call. That is a very, very tough call. And I like this guy. Matter of fact, I was one of the only guys telling people Bader's a much better player than what some of you guys are saying when they originally traded for him. I like Harrison Bader. Can't stay healthy. Bellinger is a smart move for multiple reasons. Let me explain why. He's a great outfielder. Great center fielder. Hasn't played much left, but I think he'd be fine. He's also a great first baseman. What's going on at first base right now? Anthony Rizzo. Obed Cologne, it's not a bad decision either. It's not a bad option either. The only guy that I am going out there this deadline, if a team comes to me and goes, he's available, I look at the team and go, let's talk. It's an open book. Is Juan Soto. Let me tell you why, folks. Let me tell you why Juan Soto is the guy you give anybody up for. And I don't even care if you think about it for this year, next year. Listen to me. One, the Yankees could easily re-sign him. There's no denying that. They're going to make all that fucking money back by bringing Soto here. A young Dominican kid, 20-something, 25 years old, he'd be when he's a free agent. You could re-sign him easy. You could bring him here. He's going to make you a shit ton of money. Beyond the point. The Yankees do not get on base. They must. I wish I could take over the Yankees tomorrow. Pete, what is the first change you're doing? Philosophy. What do you mean? Our philosophy will be different. What is the philosophy going to be? 2009. We are going to model our club to 2009 when we last won a fucking chip. 2009 is what we're going to do. What does that mean? We're going to get guys that can get on base. We're going to balance our order. Whoa, here's the great thing. And we don't got to go wild doing it. Soto's a lefty. Rortvedt and Wells are lefties. Peraza has great speed if he doesn't go in a deal. I don't know who they're trading in the deal. I'm just saying. If you can have a lineup where you got Soto and Judge back to back, Judge never has anybody that gets on base for him. Soto is now getting fastballs right down to Johnson. He has the best chase rate in Major League Baseball, folks. If you don't know what that means he's not going out the strike zone for nothing. Nada. He doesn't chase. Here's Juan Soto right here. Look at this, folks. I'm tired of Yankee fans saying, he's overrated. He's this. Guys, do me a favor, smack that like button for me. Hit that likey. Overrated my ass. Hunter Larson, I'll get to Ryan McMahon. He's another guy I like. I think he's pretty decent. I don't know how big of an upgrade he'll be, but he is a pretty decent ball play. Scares me a little bit, though. There's a couple of things about him that scare me a little bit. Average exit velocity, 95 percentile. Max exit velocity, 97 percentile. Hard hit percentile, 99 percentile, excuse me. But look, folks, chase rate, 100. Walks 100. You know what that means? That means if you don't pitch to him, he's going to walk. Can you imagine Aaron Judge protecting this guy? What damage he will do? What damage he will do if you put this guy in this lineup? And a guy like Ryan McMahon, I like Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon's a good ball player, very good defender at third base. My only there's a little bit of concern I have with McMahon. I believe this year, you know, his K rate's up a little bit. He's striking out a bit too much. I know there's not a lot of protection there. Overall, having a decent year, 254 average, 334 on base percentage. I wish he walked a little more. 791 OPS, but it would allow the Yankees to kind of balance that thing out a little bit when it gets to the lineup. At the end of the day, man, the New York Yankees need to go back to having balance in their lineup. That is one of the things that me and Eric Kratz disagree on. Eric Kratz believes the Yankees can win with just having right-handed batters. I disagree with that. The Yankees have always had strong left-handed batters, switch hitters in their lineup, and they got to get back to that ASAP. They have to get back to that ASAP. You got to be able to have balance. You got to have balance in the lineup, man. And, you know, whether they don't go Soto and they have a future with Wells and Rortvedt and Jones and Dominguez, these guys are switch hitters or lefties. And you got to bring that balance back to this lineup. It's really simple, guys. It is very, very simple. I mean, you look at the Yankees batting order and you go, who's our best leadoff hitter? Okay. If he's our best leadoff hitter, you leave him there every day. You leave him there every day. You don't change anything. You don't change anything. Grunt seems like a nice guy, but he has very low testosterone. That's why he likes Aaron Boone. His testosterone levels are very, very low. You should start taking some pills or something for that, my man. Definitely, because if you're still over here supporting Aaron Boone, either one, you don't know baseball, or two, you got low T. I'm going to go ahead and say you got low T. I think you know a little bit about baseball. Call up Dr. Pete. Special prescriptions handed out to people with low T, okay? I don't know, man. I mean, you look at the Yankees order. Imagine going to the ballpark every day. You have no idea where you're going to bat. You have no idea where you're going to play. Where am I playing today? You're batting 8th. Yesterday I hit 1st. Yeah, today you're batting 7th. I've been hitting 3rd every day. Now I'm batting 8th. Have the same lineup and ride with what you feel is best. It's that simple. Stop changing things around. Stop trying to be different. Stop trying to be different. Stop trying to be the smartest guy in the room. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. There's nothing to reinvent. Have a set lineup. Have a set lineup. It is not that hard, man. It is not that hard. You can't have guys showing up having no idea where they're going to bat. Guys, we go back to the postseason last year. What happened there? Harrison Bader was going to lead off. Aaron Boone never told him. And there's still people sticking up for Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone said everybody gets a lineup card in the postseason, folks. The fact of the matter is that Boone still has a job after last year is fucking insane. After his own team in the postseason were calling him out, and there's people here that stick up for Aaron Boone still. Harrison Bader's one of the only guys hitting in the postseason. You don't think it would have been a good idea to say, hey, Harrison, come on. Tomorrow morning, get here early. We got to talk. Tomorrow, I want you leading off. You're the only guy hitting. You need to be off. You need to be the firecracker on top of that order. You need to put a jolt of energy in this team. We need you leading off. Aaron Boone never told him. Harrison Bader had no idea. Aaron Boone said, everybody gets a batting card, a lineup card. They asked Luis Severino what happened to Clay Holmes. Sevy said, I don't know. Ask the manager. They asked Aaron Boone. He goes, he wasn't available. They go to Clay Holmes. He goes, yes, I was. They asked me early in the day. I told them I was available. Aaron Boone needs to have a meeting with Clay Holmes to go, hey, you're making me look bad. Don't do that. And the guy kept his job, and there's people still defending him after he's done everything that he's done. Everson Pereira with another homer in AAA. No, but let's go out there and get Randall fucking Grichuk. That's going to change things. Randall Grichuk. Dylan Carlson. Stop it, fam. We don't need Band-Aids. We don't need Band-Aids. We need a facelift. No Band-Aid, a facelift. Major surgery. Lift it up. Change it. Change it. We need a facelift. Go in that shit looking like Mae Young from wrestling. Come out looking like Shakira. That's what the Yankees need. And it takes guts and a thing called balls. Balls. That's all it takes. Creativity. Yankees got none. Creativity. That's it. That's all it takes. Be creative and have some guts. It's not working. Here's the thing that we can all agree on. And I know we could all agree on this, right? Is the Yankees offense working over the last couple of years? Please, chat. Can the chat let me know? Let me see if I can put a poll in here real quick. I really want to poll this. I want to ask the chat. Let's see. Start a poll. Is the Yankees offense working over the last couple of seasons? I'm going to ask the chat this question. All right, there we go. Poll is going in right now. I want to see you guys answer that poll. Please go ahead and put it in the poll for me if you guys don't mind. I just want to see what everybody thinks here. I'll give it a little bit of time. We got time here. We got time. We got time. Guys, also do me a favor. Smack that like button. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. So far, we got 126 votes. I'll let it go a little higher. Guys, there should be a voting option in there in the chat for you. If you want to go ahead and hit that baby up.
Thank you for being a friend.
I am that I am, says Cashman working on getting another utility player. That's Brian Cashman's MO. All right, guys. So, excuse me. 150 votes, and there's 8% in here that believes the Yankees offense has been working. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you guys are just trying to be assholes. And that's okay. Be an asshole all you want. I'm okay with it. I love assholes. Assholes are okay to be. Be an asshole all you want. That's fine. But to the smart people that aren't looking to fuck around here, let's be honest here. The answer is no. The Yankees offense has not worked. And we all know as we sit here, this is not some new thing. So what is the risk to simply saying the offense hasn't worked for all this time? It's time to change it. It's time to change the offense up. We got to go a different route. This is not working. What is the risk besides your ego getting in the way? Besides your ego getting in the way, what is the risk to saying it is not working? There is no risk. Spoiler alert, there isn't a risk. It is not working. Change it up. Here's why it also makes us so frustrated. Pitching's been good this year. The pitching has been good. You can't deny that the Yankees have had good pitching. Yeah, the bullpen's a little beat up right now. Completely understand that. We got to fix that. We got to figure it out. We got to probably add some more guys. Good thing is the Yankees have a lot of guys in the minor leagues that can come up and hopefully fill some voids. The one thing I will say is the Yankees always figure out a way to get the bullpen to an area where they're typically pretty good. And maybe they can make a trade. Starting rotation has not been bad. But what are the Yankees going to do about the offense? There, again, is zero risk. Zero risk whatsoever, guys. And here is the Yankees lineup today. Let's cut on over to this. Oswald Peraza is leading off again for the Yankees, followed by Gleyber Torres. I'm shocked that Anthony Rizzo's playing. I didn't think he would be against the lefty today. Giancarlo Stanton batting third, Rizzo batting fourth. Batting fifth is LeMahieu, sixth, Bader, 7, IKF, 8, Kyle Higashioka, and batting ninth again is Anthony Volpe. So the Yankees do go back to Oswald Peraza in the leadoff spot, and why the hell not? He looked fantastic yesterday. There's no reason for him not to be there. But again, man, I was actually expecting that LeMahieu would be starting at first base. He is, but I didn't think Rizzo was going to be in the lineup today. I think today was a day to leave him off, let Cabrera get another start, even though he hasn't been amazing. Coming around a little bit as of late, but that is the Yankees starting lineup for tonight, guys. That game begins at 9:35 on the East Coast here. You can watch that tonight right here on NyynewsTV. Alex and Luca will have that game covered for you guys. I will be in the chat the entire time. And please, guys, do me a favor. Show up for them the way you guys showed up for me yesterday. We had an amazing game season live yesterday, by the way. And then just to update everybody, too, tomorrow, I will be calling the game with Mario Gomez right here on News TV tomorrow night. We'll be calling that game together. But there's your lineup. So the Yankees do, again, have Oswald Peraza on top, as he should be, and they desperately need a win. They desperately need a win in big-time fashion. In big-time fashion, because if this continues, guys, I don't know where they go. But I'm available here now, guys. We got time on my hands. All I got to do today is get a workout in, which I'm going to do after we get off here. But I'm willing to take some of your guys' questions and talk a little bit more about show guys things. Whatever you guys want to talk about, throw those questions out there, fam. I am looking at the chat. I'm only paying attention to the chat. Let's do it. Let's do it. Throw your questions in here, baby. New to the show, love... Heard you a bunch with Christian. Mike G, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Hank, what's up, Hank? TC Steels. Yanks must win the next 5 games or else it's lights out. It's going to be very, very tough, my guy. I mean, look at this, man. They're 1-3 against the Rockies and the Angels. Shouldn't be happening. Hitty the likey, folks. Hitty the likey. Hitty the likey. Wonderful, Steels. Thank you so much. Would I call up Wells to play first base? No. No. He has to show he could play first base first. You don't just stick people at first base. First base is not an easy position, Li. I think I need to teach you this. And I've told you this before. You don't just say, hey, Giancarlo Stanton, play first base. You don't just say Austin Wells, play first base. Have you ever seen Luke Voigt at first base? You don't just put somebody at first base. It's good to have somebody who knows how to play the position. You don't just put somebody there. John, I'm doing good, my guy. How you doing? Nowhere to go but up? Yeah, you're at the bottom of the barrel. That's true. Would I go after Josh Hader at the deadline? If he's coming in a deal with Soto, that's it. I don't care about trading for anybody from that team if Soto isn't involved. Soto and Snell, Soto and Hader, whatever you guys want, we'll figure out that deal. Let me work that deal. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. My grandma's 85 living in PR will be better than Boone. Facts. I would take your grandma 85 years old any day over Boone. Any day. Braves or Phillies will get Blake Snell or Hader. That could make sense. Josh Bauer should get games at first base. I agree. He's actually a better first baseman than he is an outfielder. If I get a nice package for Cole, would I do it? No. No. Because again, guys, look, I've seen some people bring this up to me. Do you trade Cole and Judge? Why? You got to win with those guys. They don't handicap the Yankees. The Yankees have handicapped themselves. Look at the deals Cashman has made. It's not their fault. Nah, you don't trade those guys. You win with them. You win with them. Do you think Dominguez will be boom or bust? Very tough call. I think he's getting hot in AA now. He's the youngest player. I think he's the second youngest player now in AA. He missed a year with COVID, but again, every prospect did. It wasn't just him. So I see people use that a lot, but it's every prospect. It wasn't just him. I get it, but it also wasn't just him. It's too early for me to say that on him, but I tell you what, if Preller called me up and go, hey, Dominguez got a headline a deal, you can have him. Who else do you want, baby? Take him. Pete, will Cole opt out? No, because the Yankees are going to give him an additional year at $36 million, which will make that opt-out go. Opt-out goes away. Take a ride on the Cole train. I love it. Yeah, you do not trade Cole. No way in hell. You can win with him. You can win with him. If they settle for any guys like Grichuk or Carlson, I mean, if you settle for any of those guys, just give up. There's no damn point. There's no point. Who would be a better GM than Cashman? They have the Brian Sabian. Been there, done it in the organization. Brian Sabian all day long. He's the guy. He is the guy. Hal has the balls. I don't think he has much balls, to be honest with you. But he's also the boss. When you're the boss, you don't got to have much balls if you don't want to. You make the decision. It's that simple. When you're the boss, you will get the fuck out of here. When you're the boss.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
That's it. Put him in the bathroom. Goodbye. Pete, we need a reliever and a left fielder. We've needed that for a long time. We've needed that for a long time. We haven't done it. What is the possibility Cashman does nothing at the deadline? I think that's actually kind of low. I think these guys know their backs are against the wall. You know, they might get a little dramatic. You never know. They might really go all out because, you know, who knows what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe their job is going to be on the line. Hey, you lose. Goodbye. Time for you to go. Can't keep keeping you guys here if you're not going to win. Do I think Girardi comes back? No. And I wouldn't bring Girardi back. I like Girardi, but I wouldn't bring Girardi back. Do I think the Padres make Soto available? I think they should. And that's not just because I want him. It's not because I want him to be a Yankee. I just think it makes sense. I think it makes sense for that team to make him available. Soto's not signing with the Padres. I don't see that happening. He's going to want to be a free agent. Scott Eaton, what's going on, my guy? Boone goes to the bullpen way too early all year, and this is what happens. This is what happens. What happens first? Cashman gets fired or Cashman resigns? I think he'll get fired first, or he might have the opportunity to resign and kind of bow out in a good way because, of course, there's a good relationship there. Does Hal care about... Let me tell you something real quick. You can stick up for friends for a very, very long time if he considers these guys friends, or you can be the boss and take a lot of shit being thrown at you, right? But when the shit piles up too high and you need to take a gasp of breath, you know what you're going to do? You're going to pull your hand out and ask somebody to get you out of it. And Hal Steinbrenner, I believe, is getting to the point where he can't be the bad guy. You're the owner. You're the boss. You can't be the bad guy. So unfortunately, how the game goes is they are the bad guys. So you're fired. When the shit pile's too high, you need a breather, but you also want to get out of it. So you lift your hand up. Once that hand is lifted up saying, I can't do it no more, they're the scapegoats. Time for you guys to go. We got to try to give this to somebody else. And I think that is what's going to happen. I think if the Yankees miss the playoffs, I don't know how. I'm not saying they will get rid of them because it wouldn't shock me if they don't. But I don't know how you don't let him do it. Carlos Perez, this ain't friends when you letting them ruin your team. Carlos, let me tell you, man, there was a quote that Hal Steinbrenner said. He likes to have people he's comfortable with around him running the team. There's a difference between having people you're comfortable with and people that are truly loyal and want to win. When you got friends around you and they know everything is cool and dandy, they might kick their feet up every now and then. He needs guys that aren't friends. He needs guys that want to win.
Thank you for being a friend.
Louis Rojas or Mattingly as Boone's replacement. I'd go more Mattingly between those two guys. I like Louis Rojas, don't get me wrong. But I would go more with Mattingly. He has some experience. He has the winning of being a New York Yankee. He knows what that's like. Well, not winning, but he knows what it's like to bear the pinstripes. He understands that. He understands the fans. So I think he would be a better pick. Accountability goes to the players as well as coaches. Well, who's in charge of who? Who's in charge of who? That's not the way it works. That's the problem. People don't understand accountability. Yeah, there's a level of accountability among players to call guys out. But when you're the coach, you are in charge of holding them to be accountable. It is on you. It's the same thing in any aspect of life. If a kid is acting up on a train and you see the mother doing nothing, what do you think in your head? Why is that mother not doing nothing? If, again, you're the manager of a store, your team aren't working. If I'm your boss and I go to you and go, have you wrote these guys up? No. Well, then you're in trouble. That's his job. To manage. Manager. Manage. Do you know what manage means? You're controlling a group of people. Manager. The players should hold themselves accountable, but it's up to the manager to enforce it. Manager. Manage. That's what they do. That's their job. That is their job. And Brian Cashman holds Boone accountable. Steinbrenner holds all of them accountable. That is called life. All of a sudden, we act like we don't know how life works. That is life. Hey, Jimmy, you've been late the last 3 weeks. Got to write you up today. Accountability. Hey, Jimmy, I know you got that situation at home. Don't worry about it. Jimmy goes, I guess I'll be late again today. Let me stop for a cup of coffee this morning. I'm right around the corner. That is no accountability. Anybody telling you any other way is wrong because this is life. That's how it works, folks. That's how it works. Delegated authority to who? To who? What delegated authority? To who? The manager shouldn't hold his team accountable. You got to delegate it? Bro, go listen to Taylor Swift, please. Please, listen to Taylor Swift. But Yosef, here's the problem. He doesn't stop with this stuff that Boone's not the manager of the team. Boone is the manager of the team. The minute he accepted it. If he accepted being a puppet, that's on him. That ain't your problem or my problem. That is on him. If he accepted that the minute I signed, I am a puppet, and I listen to everybody around me, then he deserves all the shit that he is getting. And I've made this prediction. I would not doubt Aaron Boone writes a book when he is gone, and he comes out and says all the stuff that we've been saying about the Yankee organization to take the heat off him. He'll probably go back to ESPN, though. He'll get a job pretty quickly. He'll be good for another team, a younger team. It'd be good for them. It'd be good for them. Boone is an extension of Cashman. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Was Bader dogging it last night? Mike, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Boone is taking hormone blockers, my God. But us as fans, we lose. Exactly, Yosef. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That is exactly what I am trying to say. The fans, us, we lose. But that is why NyynewsTV is here and why we are growing so quick. Closing in on 20K very, very soon in a couple of months. That is why we are growing very quick, because we are for you. We are not for anybody else but you, the fan. Giving you a voice, giving you a platform. I got a new saying. You see the Yes Network here and Michael K? People told me. Pete, all they were talking about was, oh, how great Ohtani is. Oh, Ohtani, greatest thing that ever existed. Guys, I am basically always synced up to the game now. So do me a favor. Say no to yes. Tune in to Game Season Live. Say no to yes. Tune in to Game Season Live. You'll get it real over here. I'm not going to fluff up another team's feathers. Fuck them. Ohtani's great. Yeah, he is. He is great. I'm not kissing his ass when he's beating the Yankees. Not me. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I'm not fluffing no feathers for anybody but my club. And you guys will always get the real from anybody on this network. Say no to yes. That's simple. Come on over to Game Season Live. With that being said, guys, we are going to wrap this up. Much love to each and every one of you. Remember, guys, 9:30 tonight is Game Season Live. I will not be calling the game. I'll be back tomorrow. Alex and Luca will be calling the game. I want that 700 people in there again for them. 800 people we had yesterday. Show up and show out for those kids. They work very, very hard. Do it for me on top of that. Be there, guys. Be there. All right? Do me that favor. I appreciate you guys. Much love to each and every one of you guys that joined me today. Until next time, guys, I am out. But remember to like, share, and subscribe to NyynewsTV. Real talk for you, the real fan. Peace out, guys. See you later.